843. It didn't go through. It declined.
Not my card.
Oh, it declined. You want to try another card?
No, I want to try this card. I know this card. This card is gonna go through.
What kind of card is it?
It's my EBT card. It's been going through.
I will try it again now. It still declined.
I know you fucking lying.
You might want to call your card because it ain't working. It's declined.
I called this card before I got here. I just had one on me yesterday. What you mean? What something be wrong with your screen or something?
Come on around here. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, you start again though.
Now this is bullshit right here. You need to manage somebody. You need to get somebody over here. You need to find somebody quick. I know damn well I got money on my card.
Come here, come tell her, because this card declined.
Somebody have to tell me something. Somebody gonna have to tell me something.
Yes, ma'am. Can I help you?
She saying my card ain't working.
Swipe it again for me, ma'am. It declined. It's not working.
Oh, I got money on this card. I just checked this card yesterday.
Go outside and talk to Jesus about that, okay? We need some money up in here.
No. Ain't nothing wrong with my card. I just checked this card. It had $300
You want to swipe it again then, ma'am? I'm going to let you swipe it till you get tired. Decline. Swipe again.
You know what? Don't even worry about it.
Okay, thank you. Good day.
Why is she walking out here with her head down? Why she didn't get the groceries, bro?
I was just sitting in this store eating my card is declining. And I just had money on my card the other day.
Mom, where the groceries is?
I can't understand what's going on. Why ain't no money on my card? These people not embarrassing me. You know what I'm saying? My head like something wrong with me. And I know money was on my card.
Mom, where the groceries?
Ain't no groceries.
What type of car? What was going on?
They kept on. It kept declining. The card kept. Let me speak to a manager or somebody. You gonna have to get somebody else on the phone. I don't give a damn. You could get Trump on the line as far as I give a fuck.
There's somebody helping. No EBT.
Open the door.
Open the door.
So you got the.
When you got the whole team.
Or called it in.
Food away. We got kids. EBT's gone. What are we supposed to do? Starve? Don't be surprised when we start taking it. People gotta eat.
Ma'am, stop.
They can't
Or
just
call. Oh, down that way.
What the fuck?
They in line for like we ain't they pushing like they can have whatever the fuck they got going on.
Damn, these are all well councilmen. What the fuck? what they having? Ugly bitch. God damn. Damn, they starting early, y'all. They ain't playing this shutdown. They ain't playing. Damn, they starting early, y'all.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, and that is who the world ignorantly calls God. Bahashem, which means in the name. Yahweh Shai, which means He is our salvation. And that is who the world also ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man, all right? So the first couple of clips that I showed, I believe were skits, okay? Speaking of the woman with the bonnet that went inside Walmart and kept getting her card declined. And then as she got in her car, she was on the phone, but I didn't see the phone light. I didn't see the phone screen light up. So that gives me the understanding or the probable cause that was a skit And then the other one of the family running out of the store with food in their hands, I'm figuring that could be a skit too, all right? But it could very much well be true, all right? But nevertheless, all right, things are going to get, completely real out here, all right? And speaking on real, I believe the third video of the Edomite woman was AI, okay? So she was saying how EBT cut her card off, and what she's supposed to do is she got to eat, all right? Now, the last video, or the second to the last video about Memphis, Tennessee, and how the line was wrapped around the church, I believe it was, in the neighborhood, going all the way down the block. That was more people in line. Come on, Esau. That was more people in line than an NBA YoungBoy concert, man. All right. And what did you see on the corner? You seen the National Guard. So these things are getting ready to take off, man. All right. Just imagine that line in every so-called Black, Latino, and Native American neighborhood where they have food banks at, or churches that's handing out food banks. Because right around where I preach at on the weekend, there's a church that now they have put a gate around their whole perimeter, about a 7-foot chain link gate where you can only come in one way, all right? So things are finna get real in the battlefield, all right? And then the last video, if I'm not mistaken, was of a market or a supermarket that was boarded up, to keep people from breaking the glass and looting and robbing things, because shit's finna get real out here, all right? So whether they taking it as a joke in a skit, it's finna get real, all right? This is 2 Ezra 6:22. It reads, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown." All right? It's finna get real out here. All right? These grocery stores, these food banks, you name it. All right? People are finna to go to a drastic measure to get food. All right? And they're going to have to call in the National Guards. Martial law is going to have to be enacted to get things back under control once they get the desirable solution or reaction that they're looking for. It says the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. See? Gonna be a lot of looting going on out here, man. Food banks, churches, grocery stores, even your own houses, if they know you got food in there. See, it's finna get real out here, all right? Damn, I ain't never seen a line like that in Memphis, Tennessee. That line had to be longer than any concert I've seen. And damn sure longer than any line that I done stood at when I was in the club, man, waiting to get in line at a club. Especially if you had a famous, artist in town. Man, that line, god damn. So you can imagine, all right, how it's going to be once the people find out that they ain't getting their money on their EBT card, or once that money runs out, because it's only going to be funded partially. And now the talk of the town is that it may take weeks or months to get that partially SNAP benefit put onto your EBT card. So what certain states are doing, they're going into their reserves to put it onto the cards of those people that live in that state. But once all that run out, which could run out by the middle of this week, Lord willing, they're going to be ass out, all right? Because they don't know how to budget or manage their benefits, okay? There was one TikTok where a woman had she had about $27 on her EBT card, and she went and bought cupcakes for her son, man. So we can see how this thing is going to end, all right? If the Lord give you the eye salve, okay? Now, if the Lord isn't dealing with you, you're going to have to find out the hard way, all right? When you out there and about, and you may be part of the chaos or the mayhem that may ensue once everybody figure out what's going on. So it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. All right. We getting ready to come into these times, man. All right. Gas stations. All right. People going to be getting the last bit of gas. All right. To go search for food. Okay. So everything is getting ready to take a turn for the worse if you are 2/3 or a heathen, but a turn for the best if you have the elect, man. Because we've been praying that the Father bring this day, which we're seeing, come to pass right before our very own eyes. Call halal Yahweh Bahashim Mashiach Yahweh Shai. All month. See? The water Yahweh for bringing this day. All right? We've been wanting to see this day, and especially the elders and the apostles longer than all of us, because they've been doing this truth for decades, man. All right? So we're finally here. We're finished. We getting ready to see the beginning stages of civil unrest. All right? And it couldn't happen at a more better time of the year in these so-called holidays. All right? Let's finish up, close out 1 Peter 5 and 8. When trying to make it that long, just seeing those videos, and I was like, man, it's finna get real on the battlefield. 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober, be vigilant. See? We understand that these people are finna start resorting to some drastic measures, all right? And this is why we got to, continue to pray and keep the whole armor on, all right? That the Lord protects us, because these people out here, they're finna be taken over by these spirits creative avengers, man. Because why? They finna lose it, all right? They don't have the discernment. They don't have the eyesight. They don't have the Holy Spirit, man. So they finna be vessels and bodies for these spirits created for vengeance to inhabit, to take, to take out vengeance on a lot of people out here, man. And this is why we got to continue to keep the whole armor on. Ephesians 6, man, put on the whole armor of the Most High. All right, and his name is not Jesus, and his name is not God. All right, you got to have the names. That's part of having the whole armor. All right, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. See? So it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And don't think for one second that these damn Edomites didn't orchestrate this whole thing to go down like this. All right, just did a video. All right, they the same feather. They the same feather on the same bird. All right, they different feathers, but on the same bird. You got the left wing and the right wing. All right, but they on the same bird. All right, so be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right, so with that being said, pray some moments edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We're almost home. Shalom. Peace.